right, marketers, grab your overpriced standing desk and that oat milk latte you love so much, because welcome to Notorious B2B, the only show where we treat LinkedIn drama like breaking news and expose the real B2B marketing sins.
Yeah, think of us like SNL meets TMZ, but for the people who argue about whether gated content is still a thing or not. I'm Task Bober, B2B landing page nerd and lovable troll on LinkedIn.
And I'm Tim Davidson, the guy making TikTok-style videos and cutting fruit on LinkedIn. Together, we're cutting out nonsense and roasting the most ridiculous trends in B2B marketing.
Because if we have to suffer through another 10 things getting engaged taught me about B2B sales, we're taking you all down with us.
Let's get into it.
Welcome to Notorious B2B.
We're back.
We are back to virtual, not in person anymore.
Lame.
Womp womp. Womp womp. But
Might
you
make
want
it
to
a thing,
do
though.
Yeah.
Might make it a quarterly thing.
Quarterly thing. Possibly. We will definitely do one in February because Sahil wants us at Above the Fold to do a Notorious B2B live there. We can do another one at spring in March.
Yeah, because that'd be a different quarter.
Technically. Would it? No. It's still
the
first
same
quarter.
But we
Wow.
can batch it. No, we can't. It's not how it works.
We're just going to do it live. It doesn't matter.
We'll
the
figure it
quarterly
out.
thing doesn't matter.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
And then we just have to figure something out for Q4. Maybe you'll fly to Columbus.
Maybe we'll get a sponsor with the names of Hyatt and Delta or United.
If you're listening.
If you're listening, by happen chance, for some reason, maybe your cousin is listening and you're overhearing because they are in B2B and you're not. That'd be great. And then we need a studio. So anyone that does studios has an office at some point somewhere. We would love a sponsor there too. That'd be great.
Wow.
Just thinking ahead here. Just real visionary over here.
This is giving desperate.
I'll book a studio. That's fine. I'll figure that out.
You know what? I did do an in-person podcast in Columbus a week before Drive. And he did book a studio and did the whole setup and stuff there when it's usually a virtual one. So I'm sure we could find something.
I mean, there's studios everywhere. But
yeah.
It's just maybe Chicago. That's not far from you. And it's just an hour flight for me. We'll figure it out.
It's an hour flight.
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
United, thanks. Delta, whatever.
Okay, but let's talk about our actual biggest news.
Oh, yeah. Because we're going to have to really do in person there. We started a new podcast.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Because of the raging success of this one with all five of our listeners, we decided to have a second podcast because we have incredible ambitions of like a TNT media company. That's what I've been calling it. I don't think Tim's ever said it even one time.
No, I'm not sold on it. We'll get there though. We'll figure it out. Not the best.
Okay, this is the first time I've heard he's not sold on it. Great. Love it. The
new podcast. We just recorded it actually.
Yes.
Like right before this.
We recorded it right before. So yes, we just recorded a new podcast. The name of the podcast is It is called The Marketer's Exit. And the reason that we're calling it that is one, because we're talking about us as two marketers who've exited our agency in-house life to go solo. We do get a lot of questions, DMs, networking calls where people ask us how, why, etc. Tim and I are also on a few group chats where we talk about our businesses with other solos, other fracs, other consultancy owners. So we decided, like we did with Notorious B2B, to make our networking calls and DMs kind of live. But the real reason we called it Marketer's Exit is because if anyone's looking for Exit 5, we'll also show up. So that was my genius brain. It
was very good SEO thing, I think. GEO, SEO, I'm not sure.
I don't know if it's SEO or just,
Yeah, it's podcast SEO.
It's podcast SEO.
Apple Podcast SEO.
Yeah, it's me hitching a ride on the Exit 5 rocket ship. That's what we're doing.
And Exit 6 would have been weird. So.
Exit 6 would have been weird. Yeah. So we're very excited about that. We also recorded the intro and outro, and we don't even have all of that ready yet. Our poor editor, all the stuff that she's going to have to do. But we recorded one episode. We'll probably have 2 or 3 episodes before it actually launches, but hopefully within the next month, right?
We'll move fast. We're marketers. That's what
we're marketers.
This is what we do.
We're marketers who don't.
We're not founders, so we'll move fast. We have to.
We don't need stakeholder approval, so we will move quickly. Some people asked us if we were going to sunset this podcast, and the answer is absolutely not.
It's adding on. No, there's no less. It's more. It's always more.
It's always more in true B2B fashion. We will not let go of this podcast. But like I said, I want to build a network. He thinks
I'm in for it. I just don't like the name. The name's not the best. We'll get there. We'll get there. But yeah,
we'll workshop it.
Wait until our third podcast. You'll see.
Okay. Yeah, we're very excited. So our first episode, we covered kind of our backgrounds, our background story, where we came from, start from the bottom, now we're here. The next one, we're going to talk about niche or not to niche, right? Yeah. Like how we made that jump. And then we're going to talk about a whole bunch of other stuff, like hire VAs, our tech stack.
AI, obviously. Got
AI. Are you alone? Yeah. Are you alone or not? Because you're working solo. So are you really solo? I feel like I have more friends now than I did when I was in-house. I don't know about you. I feel like I talk to people a lot more now than I do before.
No, I think that's true, actually.
Yeah. All of that good stuff. Yeah. We're going to share not just the good stuff, but even the bad stuff. A lot of the bad stuff. Because there is a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of Exit 5, we went to Drive last week. Right. Drive was their second in-person event, the second year that they did it. The first year, everyone loved it. They called it Summer Camp for B2B marketers. I heard through a few birdies that they want to get away from the summer camp vibes, which is unfortunate because I love the summer camp aspect. And I was joking in another group chat that if they get too big and they want to move away from the summer camp thing, we should create an event that is just the summer camp for B2B marketers and try to recreate the magic of the first Drive over and over again.
Wow.
And just keep it small. What do you think? TNT Network sponsored? No?
I'll hire an event marketer. I'm not.
I'm not planning it either. Yeah.
No shot. So if someone wants to do it, then maybe we'll pay for it, I guess.
We'll sign the checks through our hefty sponsorship from Delta Airlines.
Yeah. So once we get the Delta sponsorship, a lot of things are going to come into play.
Yeah. Okay. So we did our first live episode there, which was amazing.
Vibe.
So good. It was just so much fun. I did not make Jen's talk, which is what I wanted to do. Also, I was listening. I'm like, our mics weren't very good compared to this, obviously. Yeah. But it was a vibe. I wish like we were one of those podcasts where I see on Instagram or TikTok all the time, where they actually sit on the couch each time. And those are the clips. I'm like, oh, that'd be so cool to do. But,
we'll get there.
You live 6 hours away from me, 5.5 hours. It's actually not that bad.
It's really not, but it's not easy either to do a week every week.
Yeah.
That's the problem. It's a vibe though. Yeah, I mean, we'll do it. I think we just loved it, and we'll do it at some point.
We loved it. We also had people in the room with us, which was funny because then we'd say funny things. They're laughing. They're fact checking for us. Like that was friggin' awesome. It was nice. It was so nice. And I'm like, man, it could be so much nicer and bigger and more fun, if we were doing in person. This is coming from two people who are like, we love the freaking remote life, but
yeah. I'm not trying to go to an office every day, but
no.
Podcast once a week. Yeah.
I would totally, if podcasting was my life, I would do that every day and I wouldn't mind going into an office to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think I said landing page one time the entire time I was at Drive. Everyone was so good about networking and like kind of subtly plugging their businesses and shit. I was there like having a blast, just hanging out with my friends and core group and stuff. What about you? You sell any?
I'm the same. People always ask, like, are you trying to get any business from? I'm like, no, it's not my thing. I'm terrible. I hardly even introduce myself as like an ABM with LinkedIn ads agency or consulting or whatever. I hate it. I hate
But you wear colorful shirts with a gigantic QR code on it.
That no one scans. I have one scan. So, and it just goes to my LinkedIn profile. It's more about the brand, the personal brand, right? It's more about the Tim Davidson business.
And just being funny.
Yeah, I just like hanging out with the people. I don't care to pitch. No, I actually talk to most of my competitors, technically, if I think about it.
Yeah, true.
That's my best friends right there.
Yeah, best friends. I know. But there's enough pie for all of us. But I'll say this, which is people are always surprised when I tell them that you are an introvert and I'm an extrovert. Because you dress like an extrovert, which is like, hey, I'm here, the freaking Lady Gaga of B2B. Like, it's very. Look at your shirt right now. Come on,
this is my jam.
Yeah, it is your jam. It is very out there. I feel like an introvert would not try to get that much attention. But the funny thing is how we then interact at events where obviously we have, fun with each other or whatever. I'm always surrounded by people as an extrovert. Like Brendan Hufford makes a joke that Tass always travels with a posse. Like I'm always traveling in a herd. And you are like kind of always doing your own thing and you'll pop in and out of groups and then you'll do random Irish exits. Like you will say nothing to no, like we will turn around and Tim will like not be there. It's like a magic trick.
I'm pretty good at it, to be honest.
Yeah, you're very good. And then
it's my jam.
Yeah, and you go nap somewhere or you go decompress. What are you doing when you disappear?
I've never napped.
I know people who did leave and nap. So
I didn't.
I'm just saying. Okay, what do you do when you escape?
I mean, if I'm escaping like an after event, I'm going back to the Airbnb.
Okay, in between the day though.
I wouldn't say I technically escape. And if I do, I'm just going to like one of the pods or the couches and just kind of like hanging out. I usually end up talking to someone. It's just not in a big group. It's usually just finding one person and like talking to them. Sometimes it's just like pulling out the laptop, getting some work done, or just like creating a video, or like editing a video or something like that.
Something funny.
Yeah.
Speaking of, you and I, we recorded with Vector. They were doing a couple of like a content segment on like, scariest things in B2B and stuff, which was fun. And then you decided to slide down the stairs in front of me and then fell right into a bush. And one of my biggest regrets in life was that I did not get that on camera because that was freaking hilarious. Top 5 moments of Drive.
The slide though was pretty impressive.
I forgot all about it. I don't even remember you sliding. All I remember was you face planting into a dry bush. That's all.
Face plant, but yeah, I fell into the dry bush. No one saw it though, so we're good. That would have been funny. Unfortunately, no one's just recording all the time.
Yeah, no one's just. I just need a GoPro constantly around my neck, nonstop.
I asked if I should get the meta glasses.
You did ask me shit.
And I could have just been recording the whole time. That'd been funny.
That would have been funny. Dang it. I should have said yes. What did I tell you? Did I tell you don't do that? You said
no, that's creepy. Weird? Yeah. I was like, all right, that's fair.
Okay, fine. Yeah, whatever. I didn't pitch for my business, but I definitely pitched for Notorious B2B. And
you had a good pitch.
We did have a good pitch. We were kind of like winging it on the fly, but basically we told Vector, we're like, hey, do you want to sponsor us? And they're like, oh, we didn't know you guys were accepting sponsorships. We're like, yeah. And then we're like, here are the terms. If you sponsor us, we will never say anything bad about you. So it's kind of like a brand reputation play. It can go into the PR or corporate sponsorship package.
Unless it's really juicy.
No, it'll be in the clause. It can't be really juicy. Like,
I mean, we're going to put that as a Rippling and Deal happened, and Deal was a sponsor. Like we would have like talked to him, like, yeah, we're gonna terminate this.
You're gonna terminate the sponsorship. But we also added a second clause, which was
we'll bash your competitors.
Yeah.
We'll go out of our ways looking for stories on your competitors and just take them down. And we'll go hard.
We will take them down.
They'll get their own segment.
I have a Notorious B2B agent that goes and like scrapes stories, juicy B2B stories. So I said that I would build into the agent for it to go and actually scrape stories about their competitors, which would be freaking hilarious. So
we'll uncover old stories. We'll not only talk about the new stories, but we'll be like, oh, remember when they did this in 2003? Yeah, we'll
bring it back.
We'll go hard.
We'll do throwback. So anyway, if anyone's listening, I'm just saying we have a lot to offer that other podcasts won't offer by sponsoring.
Now we have 2 podcasts. Just saying. Just
saying. With the network. TNT, make an explosion in B2B.
If you know something is happening soon, you might as well talk to us because just protect yourself. That's all I'm saying.
If you're getting an internal memo and something's about to be leaked, it's probably best you come to us.
We can even downplay it. We'll talk about it. They're like, that's not that bad.
It's not
the breach is not that bad. That spy that you planted is not that bad. I've seen worse.
Okay.
We'll downplay it.
Okay.
You can use that for social.
Okay. What did you really think about Drive? I mean, we spent some time together, obviously. But
I love it.
Give me I don't think we actually debriefed on the event itself. No. We kind of saw each other here and there and then, did our own thing. So tell me.
I love it because it's just all your friends from LinkedIn.
I know.
Yes, it really is. You meet some new people too. Like you mentioned, I'm very introverted. So if I go to an event, a place that I don't know anyone, I'm terrible. I'll probably either walk out or just be on my phone the whole time or just kind of like weird in the background. But if I know a few people, I'm good with that group, right? And I'll hang out with the group. And if that group obviously has someone I don't know, I'm good with that because it's an intro. It's an easy intro. And I have no problem there. But this is just like, half the people we knew from either last year or LinkedIn. Yes. And it's just a lot of fun. Dave's a great host, in my opinion.
Yes.
He's real about it. Like, he tries to keep it lighthearted, makes his jokes. The venue's amazing. Like
co-working space.
Co-working space. Really, really nice one though. Like, it's really, really beautiful. I just thought
weather was great.
It's not big. Yeah.
The weather was great. It's glass all around. It's just like, it's just very open, airy. It truly is just like hanging out with, a bunch of my friends and having a little like friend trip. But then you have, I guess, part of it. The talks are like very low on my list of the reasons why I was going. Like, sure, I'll learn a few things. This year they had a few extra things. So last year the biggest complaint was that it was very short, but obviously it was their first event. They were kind of testing the waters, and it was like we had one full day, one evening, and then half the day the next day, and everyone's like, okay, well, some of us flew from California, like I'm not going to fly all the way to the other side of the country without making it worth it. So this year they expanded it. They didn't have more talks, but they put more stuff around it. So they had a boat party, and then they had excursions. So you could pick like hiking or pickleball or, biking, yoga, that kind of stuff. So a lot of us went on the hike. So we got to do that and enjoy the Vermont weather. The boat was a lot of fun. It got moved to the second night. So then the first night we all did the backyard party at, how do you say Dan's last name?
Jamaica.
That's not how you say it. That is not how you say it.
You ever talk to him? Jamaica?
That is, please, please do not call him that. Anybody who's listening, please don't call him that. But Dan, he did speak at Exit 5 last time. I just filled out their NPS survey. Did you?
I did.
Okay. And
wanna know why?
Why?
I wanted to make one comment.
Oh, let's hear it. Juicy.
No, it's a good comment.
Okay.
What's bring back Harry Dry.
Oh, yes.
I have a man crush right now. Harry Dry spoke, and I am someone that will give talks a shot. I'll go to him.
Yeah.
I'll hear it out. If I don't like it within the first 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I'll walk out. I just will.
Yeah.
I'm very good with I don't care for that. It's not saying anything is bad about the person that's speaking. It's just, I got things to do, which is not always true. I don't really have things to do. But Harry Dry, I stayed the whole time. Did not pull my phone out. Did not check Slack. Did not do anything like that.
Yeah.
I was obsessed with it. And then since then, I've been watching his YouTube any videos on him on YouTube, and just.
You went down a path.
Went down the rabbit hole.
Yes.
Great. Just the way he told the story. It was just very professional. He went in there with gym clothes, confidence out it was just, he did really, really good with it.
Yes.
Very impressed.
So for those who don't know him, because you didn't know him before this talk, right? So Harry is the guy that started marketingexamples.com. And I actually knew about marketingexamples.com, but I did not necessarily know about him. And it was so funny to me. This is him right here for those that don't know. So founder of marketingexamples.com. He's British. And 5 years ago, started writing marketing case studies. People liked them. So I left my job, went full time, and then he's doing this. And it's amazing stuff. Like here's him actually talking about stuff. Now, I gave a talk last year for the first time ever at Hero Conference in San Diego. And so totally different vibe. And I worked with a coach because I was just like, I don't want to just get up there and just present a slide deck. And there are actually so many nuances and things to public speaking that people don't understand. Like, you should be able to give a talk without a slide deck at all and keep people engaged. So there's a lot of like formatting and things like that. So ever since working with the coach, who was Vincent Pieri, by the way, Anthony Pieri's brother, they have a whole, thing, but he's really good. And so when Harry came out, and it wasn't even like, hi, a little background on who I am, the same shit. Like, here's the slide deck I'm going to walk you through, and you think you're going to die. Like, he came out, he immediately was like, started talking about the Campbell's soup cans, and he talked about the invention of the can. And it already piques your interest because you're not expecting it. It's like something that's totally out of the norm. Like, my talk started with marketers are fucked, and people are like, oh, she's just gonna come out here and say the F word. But like also why we fuck? Like what's going on? So I think that like there was a lot there. It is very hard, especially now, to keep someone's attention. You and I are different where I will not leave a talk, even if it's bad, because I feel bad and I respect the person. I don't want them to get started like, oh, why is this person leaving? Whatever. I did leave a few times because people were calling me out, like Ding and Jake were like, hey, you want to record right now? Like, come out, whatever, things like that, go to the bathroom, whatever. There was one person in particular, you told me, don't go to his talk. 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 And I said, why? Like, this is a famous person. I want to see them. And you're like, I've seen them 1,000 times. Don't go. You're going to regret it. And I didn't listen to you because I'm like, no, that's rude. I'm going to go. And it was the only talk in my life where I deliberately walked out. The only one. And I stayed for like a good 20 minutes. And it was so funny because the way Hula, the venue, is set up, we're all in this room, but the outside of this room in the lounging area, it's all glass. Like anyone in the room, especially the speakers, can see you sitting outside, not attending their talk. And it was funny because a bunch of us did walk out because it just ended up feeling like they were walking us through their resume with no like cohesion. So it was such a dichotomy between Harry's talk and this person's talk. And then the irony and the drama there is that also they're very different people and the way they approached it. So Harry's like decently big, right? Like how big is he on? He writes on Twitter or something more. Something
he's
like
bigger
that.
on. I think he's bigger on like Twitter,
but he has almost 60,000 followers on LinkedIn. Like that's not small. And so he's got 60,000. The other person's like world renowned.
This other person's
right?
big.
The other person's big. Requested a green room. So they were standing in this green room, hiding from everybody else. A conference room, preparing for their talk with glass doors, so we could all see them, ignoring us, preparing for the talk, and didn't want anyone to talk to them. No one could set up. No, did you make that up the first time you told me? Yeah. Okay. He's making it up again. That would have been hilarious and also not a surprise. That's why I'm confirming. But it was so funny because I talked to Harry on the boat later and he goes, yeah, I was so nervous. And so what I did was I ended up talking to a few people and that actually calmed me down before I went up there. And so that like being so down to earth and like, I'm just going to talk to people and get to know them before I go up versus the person who's like, I'm going to be in a room. Don't come to me because like I'm way too big to talk to you. It's just two different vibes. And I feel like Drive is more Harry Drive.
Yeah. This person definitely has an agent, by the way. That's how big they are.
Yes, that person has an agent. But Harry was like, he was at all the after parties, the excursions. He worked out with the groups. He like talked to everyone and it was just.
He hung out.
Yeah, he hung out. Amazing time.
Very approachable.
Yes. Overall, I will say that the talks last year were better because I felt like the people were not smaller, but like, I don't know. It was more like, LinkedIn.
More tactical?
More tactical. There were people who were both like strategists and, implementers. I feel like this time there were a lot of people who were like very good, high level thought leaders. I took this company exit, blah, blah, blah. So we're getting a lot of the strategic stuff and not a lot of the, like Devin swore a ton during his talk, which I loved. Dave loves to interject and talk in between, which he did this time too, but I felt like he did it more last time. It was just so much more engaging. I didn't feel the need to leave multiple times as I did last year. So, Diane's talk was really good. Hers was a little more tactical. She was funny. Harry was good. And then I'm like trying to remember who else gave a talk. Do you remember? Oh my God.
I do, but I don't want to say anything.
Okay, you don't want to say anything. Okay, so that's kind of like what it is. Was there drama?
I didn't see any drama.
You didn't see any drama?
I don't think this is a place that would have drama. I think everyone's very cool.
There was some drama that we heard of only after we came back. Okay.
What?
Somebody DM'd us about activity that was at the place. So we got a DM from someone who actually does not mind being named, but also we're trying to be
cool about it. Yeah.
We're trying to be cool about it, which is like not the point of our podcast, but whatever. We also don't have any verification of this. So that's why we're trying to be
just one person's story.
Yeah. One person's story. There was an activity there from a sponsor, a scavenger hunt from a sponsor there. If you attended, you probably know which one it is and whatever. So, where you basically scan this QR code in multiple places for the scavenger hunt. And
there's a lot of them.
There was a lot of
they're
these.
Placed everywhere. You scan it, and then you kind of put your email in and stuff.
You put your email in, they see all your scans, whatever. And then the person who won the most scans or found all of them or whatever would win AirPods.
AirPod Max.
AirPod Max.
So like the actual like these. Like the over the ear, like big,
headphones.
Like $500 ones. Yeah. Not like just AirPod Pros.
Yes, right. So $500 ones, so like a decent price. And there were a few people who did that. This person did it very diligently, did everything. And then I don't know the exact details, but the company and this person started communicating. And they said, okay, I've done this scavenger hunt. They eliminated him, saying that they have the software to detect fake, quote unquote, fake scans. And they determined that he had done fake scans. To which he's like, no, I literally was there. There are multiple people who can attest to me doing it myself, right? And then they basically gave him a $50 gift card to say like, yeah, okay, keep quiet. The theory I have, this is just a theory. Oh, wait.
Before you go into that, a couple of notes on this. They offered him $20 at first. And then he was like, then he kind of pushed back and they said $40. So he didn't even get 50. But they're like, went with the 20 and then 40 for some reason. The other thing I wanted to add here is I can confirm, because I was hanging out with this person between the talks or whatever, and he was he was very crazy about it. We'd be walking down the hall, he'd see it, run, zigzag over there, and like doing it. So I saw him do this multiple times. He'd be like looking under desks and stuff. Like he was going, he was not AIing. Like he just having fun with it, right? He was like, I'm doing this, and I didn't see anyone else doing that. So I can confirm he was, I don't know how to say it, but like doing it legitimately. Like doing it. Yeah. He was going for it.
And excited about it. And excited about playing that little game that they set out for people to play. Also, my other side is like, I wouldn't even know how to do it in a fake way. Do you? Like, how would you cheat that system? I don't know how I would cheat that. You know what I mean?
The only thing I can think of is there's not, because the whole
You're scanning different QR codes.
You put your email in. So the point system is based off of your email. So the only thing I can think of is if I'm not a developer or anything like that, so I don't know how someone would do that. That's the only thing. Look, I'm sure there's a way to cheat the system. Always is.
Yeah.
I have no idea how to do that though.
Yeah.
I don't think it's something that's easy.
I don't think 200 marketers over there are like, how do I immediately seeing the scavenger hunt and going, how can I cheat this and win? Like, come on.
Let me pay my way to get here and then do that.
Yeah, it just seemed kind of weird. But okay, so now can I go into my theory?
Yeah, sorry, go.
So my theory is that in true B2B fashion, this person was not their ICP. And they wanted their ICP to win so that they could have a conversation, open up the dialogue, give the feel good, which I get, right? It's an expensive incentive.
Get it?
But to gaslight this person and say, oh, you're fake, you faked it. I feel like that is where we go wrong. We can say like, hey, they didn't even have to say anything. They could say, hey, yeah, you did everything, but someone else claimed the prize. I mean, there are so many different ways you can do it that does not involve making a person think that it's their fault or they did something wrong. And I think that's where it's like, come on, guys,
Yeah, I mean, giving him $20 or $40 was admittance of guilt, I would think, because it means that he won, right?
Yeah.
But they thought he was AI or whatever, so they didn't want to give him the whole thing.
Yeah.
Again, to your point, you didn't have to tell him that you won. I don't think there was actually like a leaderboard or anything like that. I could be wrong. Maybe there was, and it showed his email.
Yeah.
Or whoever, just the person's name. Then that's one thing I can think of, but I don't think there was, because I did a couple because I was hanging out with the person. I was like, all right, I'll try it too. But then I knew that he was going crazy. I was like, I'm not gonna win, so I don't care.
Yeah.
I did like 3 of them. But you put your email in it and it says thank you, and then that's basically it. There's no leaderboard or anything like that.
Yeah, right. Okay, so you can't even see if someone else won?
I didn't see anything. There might be like, there could have been like an email that maybe I missed. I don't know. But I didn't see, like when you submit it, it doesn't show a leaderboard right after it. So I know you can see it from there. It's just like a thank you for submitting it, whatever.
So there was zero reason for them to even say anything to this person. They could have just been like, you didn't win. Thanks for playing. Like the end.
Or not even. You don't have to say anything.
Wow.
You just, unless you asked, and they'd be like, no, you didn't win. And I'd be like, oh, okay. I think he'd believe it. Like, why wouldn't he?
Insane. Okay, well, that was the only like true drama that was there. Just like one speaker thought he was too big shot for the rest of us, and then the scavenger hunt experience that we heard about after. For the most part, everybody hung out, had a great time.
Yeah.
It's a great event. Next year, they're going to do it at a lodge in Vermont, and it's going to be 100 people more than this year. So this year was 243, and I think next year they're going to 350. And I keep making the joke, like, at what point is this just going to become the next Inbound, where we're just going to keep incrementally getting bigger and bigger every time? Is it going to lose some of that magic?
Yes.
What do you think? It is?
I actually firmly believe they're going to lose some of the magic because they're not going to have the same venue. I think there is something to that venue, just because some, and look, I'm not saying you should do this, but like being able to go into a pod or like have a meeting outside of it, like is very easy to do at that place because they have pods and they have couches and things and great internet and whatever. So, some people have meetings and stuff. It's also just a beautiful venue. It's close to a lot of things. The shuttle situation was all sorted out.
Yeah.
It was just a great place. Obviously they had the food and everything already built in. Very easy there.
Yeah.
I just think that's a great venue.
Some people said that they were like, okay, yeah, the lodge sounds amazing. And for everyone's reference, it's like 30 minutes away. And so we're all going to be at this lodge together, which is great. It looks beautiful. There's like pools and mountains, and there's going to be a lot of activities. So Dave said something about a pool, and he's like, yeah, then you guys can hang out at the hot tub. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to be in my swimsuit around my peers in a hot tub. Like, like, what are we going to do? We're going to be sitting there like everyone's in their bikinis, and we're going to be like, so MQL. Like, I don't know. It's just freaking weird. Like,
I don't think a lot of people will.
Yes.
I personally, as you're
going to take your shirt off.
I would do it. I'd go in the hot tub and pool. I love water. So I would do it.
Oh, I learned so much about you.
I do love swimming. I love lakes. I love ocean. I like all that stuff. So I would do it.
Okay. Tim's shirt's coming off. Next one. Okay.
But I don't think a lot of people would.
No. I like water a lot. I love hot tubs, even though we had one in our house and we just got rid of it. But like, I like hot tubs when someone else has to take care of them. I'm not going to get in my swimsuit in front of a bunch of people. Like at Drive this time, my clients were there. Okay. I mean, it just is weird to get in. Yeah. Like, here's my, I don't know. It's a little bit. So that will be interesting. I don't know what kind of activities, like, are we all going to be like, it's September, so we're not going to like ski or something, but I don't know what other stuff that we're going to be able to do. But the other thing is, the nice thing about Hula too is you're able to take an Uber and it's a mile down the street and go to a restaurant, go eat, walk to your Airbnb, do whatever. You have some of that freedom of choice. If we're all going to be in this lodge together, it's great. But then it's like, I'm also stuck on this island with you guys. It's like, I love you and all, but what if I want to run away?
The logistics of the pool is not good either because you have to bring a towel. You have to change.
That's what you're worried about, the towel.
Well, think about the logistics there. You have to bring a towel. You have to change.
Yeah.
Whether you look, maybe you wear your swim trunks there.
Yeah.
You're whatever you want to wear, and then you change after. Regardless, you're gonna have a wet bathing suit and a wet towel in your bag or wherever. Like,
talk about MQLs.
The logistics aren't good.
Yeah.
I'll do it. I don't care. I'm cool with that, but logistics aren't good.
Yes. Yeah. We're going to see a lot more of B2B marketers than we initially planned on next year, is essential. But here's the thing.
I'm fine with that, though.
I'm saying this as a person who already got a ticket. So, like, I am going regardless because obviously I'm an Exit 5 stan. I love
a what?
A stan. The Gen Zers call fan stans. So
what?
Yeah. If you're,
why?
I don't know. I don't fucking know. I'm just trying to be like the cool kids. But anyway, I'm still going because I know that my homies are going to be there. I want to be part of the experience. I will have major FOMO if I don't go. I will deal with the swimsuit situation later. Likely not wear one. Maybe I will, but maybe it's more like sneaking out at night when everyone's sleeping, whatever, that kind of thing. I don't know. We'll see.
Is the lodging all there too?
I think the lodging is all there. It's going to be separate, obviously, but we're all going to be like staying there together. It's a lodge. There will be lodging at the lodge.
Yeah,
so,
for
yes.
350 people?
For 350 people. I think it's like they're
I don't
renting
think
out that
so.
entire resort.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Just saying.
Well, we'll see when the landing page comes out.
I'm
So
gonna buy my ticket right now. How did you even buy that?
were you not in the room? He had announced early bird tickets and there were only 50 that could be bought within the event. So I just bought it because it
You
was
bought it at like literally at the
at drive on during his goodbye speech.
Oh, I must have missed it.
Yeah, I don't know where you were. One of your Irish
Freaking
exits.
Jan Burke.
He's keeping you out. So yeah, I do know that Brendan Hufford and I are going for sure. I don't know who else bought their tickets and who else are going, but I know that the two of us are going for sure because he and I bought it during that area.
I thought there was an email too. I'm trying to can't even find it.
There was an email too, but also some people looked and they missed the 50 cap at the discount. So it's $1,400 now instead of $900, which is what I got it for.
900.
Yeah.
Interesting.
$999. Okay. Anyway, okay. We spent a lot of time on Exit 5, but we had a blast. Favorite one. And it's going to be my favorite one because we did a live Notorious B2B episode there. It's our first like pop the live cherry. And now we're going to go into circling back and you're going to do this. This is really interesting. This is a super interesting one.
So yes, this is a very interesting one because we have Liam Moroney. Great dude. I like him a lot. But basically, he has this kind of platform that shows like brand mentions, brand search mentions for companies. And he put a post out specifically about Apollo, who, as you know, their LinkedIn page was shut down because of, automation stuff. We've talked about it a few times alongside Seamless. But according to Liam, their brand hasn't taken a hit. It's actually seeing strong growth. The post starts here. So he says, it's been 6 months since Apollo's account was removed from LinkedIn. So surely they're fully out of business now, right? As it turns out, not even close. In fact, when you look at the brand search data, they've continued to grow quite substantially since their removal. A reality that's pretty well corroborated by company news reaching 150 million ARR in May 2025 and ending 2024 at 134 million. After a massive search spike in March when they were removed, they've maintained a much higher position in search, showing no loss to their competitive set, and they've been showing strong growth in search terms that are very buyer specific. Moreover, they have been far outpacing category competitors who are still active on LinkedIn. Even the market leader ZoomInfo, whose earnings showed a modest 5% year-over-year increase, and whose brand search has been in steady decline for a couple of years. Brutal. Now, to be clear, this isn't to admire Apollo's efforts, who were rightfully removed from LinkedIn for scraping data in full breach of the TOS, but rather to say that we often conflate what's happening on LinkedIn with what's happening in the market. To be honest, that was me. I did that exact same thing. Often the brands
and
who
me.
speak, yeah, I think a lot of people.
Yeah, we all did.
Often the brands who speak loudest here are much smaller in market share than we might believe, which as it happens and is very in line with the excessive share of voice research done by last blah blah blah. Don't care.
Yeah.
But then he shows the data essentially.
Yes.
See if I can zoom in here.
I think you can. No, you can open. Okay. I'm going to teach you how to use. I'm going to teach you how to use LinkedIn later. Yeah. Okay.
That's fair enough. But basically, just shows the search traffic. I think it is. Yeah, brand search volume for Apollo in this graph here. It also shows like the competitor momentum. So Apollo is showing strong growth. Momentum is 62%. I think it's year over year. And then Seamless, who also got their account banned from LinkedIn, is actually the second on this list with about 20% year over year. And then after that, you have Lucia, Cognizant, ZoomInfo, all their big competitors. So their search volume, regardless, is continuing to increase despite everything.
In this little universe of Apollo Seamless data, what is it like? Data platforms, data providers. It looks like the share, ZoomInfo has the largest at 60, almost 68%, but Apollo is second with 13%, but then much higher growth, which is, it is insane because we see this, we're in this little LinkedIn bubble. We see shit like this go down. I bet you Rippling and Deal are like doing exceedingly well. We think like one bad thing is going to like change, the trajectory of the company. The only one suffering here looks like Sales Intel. What's happening? 6.2% decrease.
I mean, the thing is they're smaller. Like,
weren't they just purchased? We covered that too, right?
Yeah, I think they were.
Yeah. But it's so interesting to us because it kind of shut you and me up a little bit too, because we're like, oh, they actually don't care. And LinkedIn's like one of the sources and they've moved on with their lives.
Yeah. I mean, you got nothing else to say. This is so true. I mean, we're wrong.
But we're also talking about momentum in terms of like brand growth and not like revenue, is it?
Right. But he can't, a lot of it's private. The only one you can get is Zoom infos on this list because they're the only public company.
Well, okay. So when he's talking about the brand search volume, do you think that the increase is happening because people are looking up Apollo and Seamless based on the issues that have happened? So then the growth in brand queries are growing, obviously, because there's been a lot of drama around that whole situation.
So he mentioned that in the post, and I think you can kind of see it here with that trend. The bump is probably right here.
There's okay, but then it's still continued.
Then it's actually higher than it was before that.
Interesting.
So I think you see the bump, and then
yes,
outside of that, everyone forgets it's just how it is.
Yeah,
and the volume's actually higher than it was.
Very interesting. Very interesting stuff.
Seamless too. They saw a little bit bump here.
Yeah.
And kind of tapered off. Everyone else just
everyone's like pretty flat. Lucia seems to be growing too. I have no idea what their situation is, but yeah. Wow. Okay. I guess it'll shut us up. No, it won't. No, we will never shut up.
But we also got to remember, like they do much more than just SaaS, right? They data for a lot of different industries.
Okay.
We're in a very small niche here.
Yeah, little baby niche. Okay. What's next? Zendesk. What's going on with them?
Zendesk. They shut down. Not the whole company.
Yeah, I was gonna. That's why I was like, wait, Zendesk shut down? You're like, no, they're CRM.
No. Just their CRM side. So not many people have. I'm assuming not many people have actually used it. But Zendesk, very known for customer success. You see it all the time for all. If you ever put like a customer success ticket in, it'll be like powered by Zendesk. They also had a CRM product, HubSpot competitor, Zendesk Sell. I've used it. I used it for a client back in the day.
And good or bad?
Well, it sucks. Not good.
Is there a CRM that doesn't suck? You're gonna say HubSpot, aren't you?
If I'm just thinking about usability, yeah, I mean HubSpot's good. I haven't used some of those like trending ones that are everyone loves right now.
Pipedrive. Yeah, people love Pipedrive.
No, there's another one people love. Like it's like Close. Is it Close?
Yeah, Chelsea Castle works there.
I've never used that, but I've heard a lot of people talking about that.
Yeah.
But essentially Zendesk is wait. This is from Garo Aroian. A
RevOps expert.
HubSpot Diamond partner, by the way. Whatever.
Okay, that means nothing to me. Yeah. But yeah. Okay.
HTTP. Zendesk just waved the white flag in the CRM war on September 9th. Zendesk announced it will retire Zendesk Sell by 2027. So basically the CRM product. This is not just a product ending, it's a market shift. Here's what's really happening as Zendesk steps back and HubSpot takes over. I'm starting to think, because he's a HubSpot Diamond partner, this is a little bit biased.
He's going to sell the HubSpot, which we don't need to read.
If this is a comment gate. All right, there's no comment gate. I was going to lose it. He says, one, the end of point solution CRMs for SMB. Zendesk Sell was a classic point solution. It did one thing well, sales CRM for small and mid-sized businesses, but the market has changed. Companies now want platforms, not point tools. What does that mean? Do you know what that means? The point tool thing?
No.
Me either.
Okay.
Let's move on. They want everything in one place: sales, marketing, support, data, and commerce. HubSpot saw this early and built the all-in-one GTM stack. Zendesk missed the turn. 2, HubSpot is now the center of gravity. HubSpot's numbers prove it. Whatever, billings are up, customer count is great. Everything's increasing for HubSpot. This is not just growth. This is platform consolidation. HubSpot is pulling in more customers, more partners, and more integrations. The launch of Commerce Hub and Data Hub at Inbound this year shows that they are building the next layer of the stack.
Okay, this is just a sell for HubSpot because he's obviously a HubSpot partner. So we don't need to no free plugs. HubSpot.
Yeah, we're done. But long story short, I mean, it kind of went crazy.
I mean, it did go crazy. 2,200 reactions, almost 300 comments, 150 reposts. That's actually quite insane.
But Zendesk is dissolving their CRM product. Long story short.
Yeah.
I don't think it has to do anything with HubSpot, to be honest.
Yeah, I know. He's making it a HubSpot narrative, like they ate it up or something, but I bet that they just didn't prioritize marketing that product. But if you go down in the comment section, someone is saying, Rob Jones says, shout out to Matt Bolian for this original post, LOL. Shout out to you for making it absolutely explode in popularity. So it sounds like he took this guy's post and then basically made it popular. So there's always like LinkedIn loves to do this. Like, yeah, here we go.
Oh, damn. I mean, it's similar. It's very similar.
It is very similar.
Exactly, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's similar. I mean, it did pretty well.
And it did good for, I guess, that. But then I don't know why that guy got more stuff. Maybe the image, all this other stuff in there, but
could be the image. Maybe
yeah,
guys,
interesting.
HubSpot Diamond Partner.
How many followers does this Garo guy have?
Garo.
Yeah, he's got 13. He has less than the other guy. So no, it's all in the hook.
You don't know that.
Yeah, it says right there, 22.7. Yeah, interesting. Right. Okay. All right. Well,
LinkedIn's drunk.
And they love to make, I don't know if HubSpot's really the reason, but anyway, so another one bites the dust for a different reason. But yeah. Okay, what's next? We got to wrap up here.
Yeah.
Last one.
You want to take this?
Sure. Okay, I'll do it. All right. Oh, I love a good copycat story. Okay. Actually, briefly, one of my clients kind of competed with Klaviyo. Is it Klaviyo or Klaviyo?
It's Klaviyo.
Klaviyo. Yeah, briefly, but this is interesting. Okay. Hi, Klaviyo. Are you sure it's Klaviyo or are you just fucking with me?
No, it's 100% Klaviyo.
Okay. Hi, Klaviyo. We know you're copying us. This is from David Wardenga, email marketing expert. Okay. Your entire team is hanging out in our extension, LOL. We rolled out estimated revenue months ago, and now you did as well. We rolled out automatic flow setups months ago, and now you have improved yours. Is that really copying, though? I feel like these are general things. I have a list of roughly 31.762 things you guys could improve to make the lives of email marketers better. Want to wait until we build them in Amers or chat sometime? Let me know, and until then, I'll keep watching you watching us. And then he has some screenshots here, or a screenshot. Let's try to open this bigger. And let's see. Okay, setup agent. Which one is theirs and which one is Klaviyo's, you think? So here's setup. Here's Amers right here. Campaign, estimated revenue, person level. I mean, how is this the same? Is this the same?
Go to the comments.
Okay, we're going to go to the comments.
See what the comments say.
Yeah, let's see.
Good one.
First, good one.
Oh, great.
Wow, great information there. LOL to funny when you have the receipts like this to show it. Shows the slowdown of innovation at a company like Klaviyo, blah, blah, blah. Okay. GGS, what? Are they winning deals from you guys? They actually do, not through the agent directly, but through our pixel. I don't know what their problem is. And then people are actually seeing the difference, although I'm finding it hard to see what has been copied here.
Yeah, I feel like it's like an inside joke I'm not getting.
Okay. Oh, snap. This is the kind of playground politics I love to watch on LinkedIn. Problem with PLG Motion, the competition has 1,000 times more money and more resources that will find what you have and blatantly copy it. I mean, this isn't like...
This isn't new.
This is, I was going to say, it's not a new concept. This is like very common. Either they will copy your features, right? Which is what B2B is so worried about. I don't think these are super proprietary features. So them improving their own isn't a problem. I don't think that is. Copying a certain feature, like, what did he talk about? The estimated revenue, like, okay, forecast. It's not like it's a brand new concept, that's like so specific. People do this all the time. And then what they do is they either buy out these smaller companies or they copy it, until they can't. You issue like a C&D or something.
But, it's a good LinkedIn post.
Yeah. Is it that good, though? 273 reactions, 63
it's
comments. It's
probably his best.
Okay. No way. How or where do you see their email address? Do you require email addresses when using the so someone's questioning. He goes, yes, we have a tool where we can see all 742 active users with more than 20 being from Klaviyo.
Yeah, that's a good point, I guess. Like, if your competitor's product...
That's what he's showing here in the screenshot, is that these are all Klaviyo people who are using their tool with estimated revenue and the flows and things like that.
So is the story more around like...
They're using his tool and then getting intel and then making their product better. So he's not actually showing the Klaviyo product, but he's just saying these are the Klaviyo people using our tool.
And that's what they're clicking on, probably.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, really, I have clients who told me that they pretended to be customers for their competitors and get on demo calls just to see what the product updates and sales process is like.
Yeah.
And we're so worried that we're going to put pictures of our product and people, our competitors are going to steal it. Bro, they're going to find a way to steal it regardless. If they didn't use your tool to do it, they would find a Gmail or something to use it that way and steal your stuff. It's nothing. This is not new.
I'm pretty sure you can buy domains or buy email addresses from companies. I think I've heard of that before. Like you can buy like somehow someone's like got like old Google emails or something like that. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
But you can like buy domain emails or like similar ones. Like if it is Klaviyo, you could buy like goklaviyo.com.
Yeah. Well, I knew
that.
And
like make an email domain.
Yeah. You can make an email domain. You can also do it like that one guy just bought like an adjacent URL of his competitors and then put a comparison page on there.
Yeah. And then just go on LinkedIn and just just say that you're 51 to 200 employees. That's what you gotta do.
Oh my God. I'm going to say this again. Your brain could do so much damage if you were working for the bad guys, if you were like a bad person.
Another reason to sponsor us.
Okay, retention. Bye. And that's a wrap on Notorious B2B, where we expose the nonsense and remind you that most B2B marketing is just a very expensive guessing game.
Don't and post a passive-aggressive LinkedIn poll about it. We'll still find you.
And if you have B2B drama we should cover, slide into our DMs. We accept screenshots, leaked internal memos, and questionable brand rebrands.
Until next time, keep your marketing unhinged and your LinkedIn bio free of the words growth hacker. See you later.
Later, skater.